It's tragic that when you look at what's happening in India and in China, the economic growth that they've had, that hasn't happened in Africa, and because of all the the political stuff, and it's a shame that again it seems to have be the poor relation and been left behind, and I mean, it's particularly sort of galling in somewhere like Darfur, which I kind of went in there 4 years ago with the Daily Telegraph. We just kind of beat the New York Times by a day to get in there first, and you see that then I had to go. I wrote a piece about it in the Telegraph, and I went on all these TV shows in Britain saying that these things have to happen to sort of to avert this kind of tragedy, and it was. And nothing did, I mean, nothing has, and it's just, it just seems to have got worse and worse and worse. And I kind of, in a year ago, it just sort of kicked up again. People were saying, "Oh, this is terrible, and now it's getting quiet again, and you know that nothing's really been resolved, and that people are still going through the same kind of misery there. And I'm sure in another couple of years' time it will kick off, and they'll say this tragedy has to be stopped. It's got worse and worse and worse. And again, nothing will be done. I mean, it's just so soul destroying that we kind of we just, the way we react to these kind of things is we get pumped up and then we forget about it and get into a comfort zone again. And it's like there's certain things that have to happen there, that to sort out this crisis, and the world community has to take responsibility for this. I've been to Sudan a couple of times. I've been, the first time I went was, the second time I went was Darfur. The first time I went was to southern Sudan with the SPLA, the rebel forces who were fighting against the Khartoum government. And one of the nice things actually that's come out of that is that that conflict is that it seems to be being resolved now. I mean, that's massively improved in the south, but unfortunately in the west it's still as bad as ever with the Darfur situation.